Okay. I wasn't planning on starting this early. But my computer, or my phone, I should say, decided to start early. So we're starting early. Oh, okay. I didn't even get a chance to send Carrie the link. And of course, everything's buried. Why? Just once. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Hey, Carrie. You know what? If they're in for 30 seconds, it works for me. To be honest. How long was it? 28? If only, like, people would come in and stand. Um, Make sure you go to the community page and let me know your feelings on moving this later live to a slightly earlier time. Let me know. I'm thinking of moving it simply because I feel like maybe we'll catch people a little bit better. I don't know. Really? So you think instead of doing the pictures, I should do the drawings? Why do I keep doing it? Why do I always move out of frame? So you think I should do more of the drawings instead of the pictures? That's kind of crazy. I don't know how I feel about that, Ross Lynch. I don't know how I feel about that. Is it scary? Oh, I got it. Okay. I got it. There has been a lot. There has been a super lot of things happening in the world today. I don't want to talk about them, but I feel the need to not I feel the need to go off script and not do what I was planning on doing tonight, which was talking about recycling. Not saying it's not an important topic, just saying that for tonight I need something different. And so that something different is going to be me showing off. Not something that I necessarily enjoy doing. Oh wait, yes I do. I love showing off. But tonight we're going to be talking about my collection. I was hoping other people who usually come in live would be in live tonight, or people who are new would be in tonight. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. People, and me and Carrie have talked about this, people are now back to school. So they have new schedules. So my audience has shifted. I don't know what that means for the channel. As you can tell, I've been a little wonky with things, mainly because I'm trying to figure out stuff. I was looking at dropping the pets thing that I do. And that's probably not going to happen. What is that? And why is that up? That could be. Although, I'd like to think that the title is self-explanatory. But maybe not. But I am definitely open to that. Ross, I feel like you've seen my collection before. And I don't want to bore you. Yeah, I don't want to bore you. I was just busy working on the video for today, and I'm still not done with it. I figured it'd be a quick and I would be done. Not. Okay. The Cubs are winning. I do have, basically I have one parasite in my collection, and there hasn't been any new things added. But I have these, and they're a little bit blurry. These are no, these are not tapeworm. These are actually roundworms. So they're like Ascaris worms, only smaller. These are going to be in the intestine mainly. That's where I dragged these out of, was out of a animal's intestines. Don't worry, the animal was already unalived, and no, I didn't do it. This is why it's always a good idea after you pet your dog or your cat to wash your hands. Because that's one way you can pick them up. Another thing, I don't know if they teach you guys this in science or not, but this is a cherry pit. Okay? These actually contain cyanide. So there's a pit. This is the shell. So if I were to eat this, as it is, not a problem. It would pass through, things would be okay. But if I were to have a crack in this, my stomach acids would poison me. Another thing you may not know is it's just not the seeds that have cyanide. So when these cherry leaves begin to fall in autumn, they actually have cyanide in them. So that's another thing that you may not know about. I don't know what to show you. I do have some stuff that usually doesn't get seen a super lot. And that's my starfish. I don't know the species on that one. This is one of my favorite ones. It's so cool. Yes, these are real. Well, I mean they're not live, but yeah, they're real. Um I I have very I have just a few things in the collection that are fakes. Um this is my big starfish. It has seen better days. Wow, choking hazard. This is a sugar starfish. Hi, Ro Gaming. I don't know why they call it that. He's a little got some battle damage, and by battle damage, I mean he's been knocked a few times. But starfish. So there's a lot of bits and pieces in the collection that people find really cool. I think kid wise, when they when they when I bring out the collection, okie dokies. Um, a lot of times when I bring stuff out, oh, not a problem. Normally, when I bring stuff out, it's the dinosaurs that get the kids. And I don't have a lot of dinosaur stuff. But nowadays, it's the sharks that get people. So this is a great white fossil tooth. And it has seen better days. Not from anything I've done. Either in life or in the time that it spent in water. But you can see the little fuzziness around the tooth. That is the little edges on the tooth. Now, this one I was really puzzled over. Really, really puzzled over. Wasn't sure what type it was. I've asked a few people who are better than I am, and I was told that this belonged to Megalodon. It's a very small one, if it is, but very cool little tooth. And by little, I mean this could be sort of about the size of a great white. Maybe a little bit smaller. I don't know. I gotta be careful how I get this out because these things are still sharp. So that's the great white. And that is this is the great white. And this is the Megalodon. Where's my lid? Always losing stuff. I have a small collection. I like sharks too, Ro Gaming. You like my glasses. Okay. I hate my glasses, but they let me see, so it's a good thing. These are, whoops, tiger shark's teeth. Not the biggest, but big enough to do some damage. If it would bite down on you. Oh, your phone is glitching. That's not good. The other thing that I think grabs people's attention pretty well when it comes to the collection are my quills. Are these guys. Those in person are pretty amazing looking. These are African porcupine quills. I don't know if they're crested or cape. I don't remember which. But I can tell you that these are still sharp enough to puncture and to make you hurt. So, yeah. And there are, what, 5 of them? Yeah. The biggest one is here. I have not measured these. I have no idea how big they are. I just know that unlike the North American porcupine quills, which are the ones that we have here in the United States, by the way, these guys are much smaller. And they're barbed. So once they go in, they're not really designed to come out. These, on the other hand, will come out. And they can also, though, penetrate muscle and do quite a bit of damage in the process. Another thing that people seem to like in the collection are my seashells. This is a textile cone shell. These guys are incredibly venomous. A sting from the snail that would live inside this shell would in fact kill you. Or I should say unalive you. They are not something you want to mess with. So, and then this big guy is related to the creature that we just looked at. So this is a leopard cone shell, aptly named because of the spots. And they are also venomous. Now, to what degree, I don't really know. But yeah, fun. Well, hopefully it's also a little bit educational. Now these, nice. These are, one second while I get these out, if I can. I don't know if I can. I might be better off leaving these in. This is a alligator tooth. These guys will come out. They do lose these every once in a while. Did you win? Oh, you had practice. I'm sorry. I guess you wouldn't win at practice, would you? But these guys will drop occasionally. And again, this is an alligator, or alligator's teeth. How did practice go? Now this one I'm not going to take out. So hopefully it shows up. I don't know if it will. But that is a wasp. I need to get into something clear. This is a wasp. It is known as a cicada killer. These guys are solitary wasp. They are also a big wasp. And they will go out, females will go out, capture a cicada, bring it back to their nest, and then bury the cicada, well, lay an egg on it, and then close up their home and go about whatever it is that it's doing. And they're largely, even though they're a big wasp, they're fairly docile as long as you are not messing with their offspring. I do collect. These are items from my collection. I knew what you meant. So this is not what it looks like. This is a Tektite. So typically, these are going to be something that's a meteorite or a meteor would send up into the atmosphere. A clump of this would get, a clump of dirt would get sent up. This would then come back down through the atmosphere, and it would then sort of turn to glass. Again, sort of cool, maybe. Yeah, so that's that. Now, I also have the collection in back of me. And as a part of that, I have I have smaller animals and I have bigger animals. Now, I don't have any live animals, unfortunately. But I do have this. And this is 6.5 feet of fake plastic snake. It is life size, so if you've ever wondered how big a cobra can get, a real life cobra could potentially get to be 6 feet. I don't think the head is exactly done to full size. I think it's a little bit on the small side personally, but this is one of the first ones I bought. I think I got it from PetSmart. They used to sell stuff like this. One of my favorite little guys. I feel like I'm doing all of the talking tonight, and I'm not used to that. So if you want to ask me a question, how do you get more subscribers? How many do you have now? Do you go live? Oh, okay. How about make sure, since you can't go live, just plug it. Keep posting. Use your, I'm assuming you have a community page. Use it. Don't give up. Getting subscribers is rough. Even, I mean, I have on this channel, I have somewhere around 100, no, 1,000 something. And believe me, my moderator that's here tonight, I think she's here. We both remember when I was struggling to get 50. And somehow I managed to get 50, and you just can't give up. You have to you got to keep plugging away. That's what I would say, is just keep pushing. Do your videos, answer comments, answer questions. Because what I find what I have found for me is I know my schedule, right? So I try to post every day. If I go for more than 2 days without posting, it shows in my numbers. If I get a question asked to me in a video or in the comment section of a video, I make sure that I answer that question in a live, or not in a live, but in a short. That way I'm giving them a shout out. And I found that helps. One, not only does it give them a shout out, but it answers their question. So that's something. And then just being there. Yeah. I don't know if that helps. I hope so. I don't do a lot of gaming. But honestly, I have other people in my subscriber count that do. I don't know. They might be willing to subscribe. Of course, you'd have to be in here when they're here, but I also have an open community page. I don't know if you guys can post your channels in there or not, but for what it's worth, I go live. I'm assuming you're in the United States. That's a bad assumption. But I go live Tuesdays at 1 and then 7, but I'm thinking of changing it to 6. And then Fridays 1 to 7 again, but I'm thinking of moving it earlier. And then Saturdays at 1 and 6. So I go live a lot. And I usually have a topic. It's usually a nature-ish topic. That talk, usually it's animals, sometimes it's plants, but it's usually conservation focused. I don't go live on Wednesdays or Thursdays. Not on this channel anyway. Just because it's too much. But Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. I am hungry. I shouldn't be hungry, but I am. Can I give you a shout out on my video? Yeah? You can shout out my channel on your video. I mean, I can't stop you. I appreciate it. I guess I'd rather have somebody ask me than to not. Sorry. I don't do shoutouts. Okay. I'm going to go because I think you're the only one on. So thank you for coming in. Okay. Bye-bye.